Your beautiful home is a sanctuary for you, but behind the lush greenery and vibrant colors, it could be a minefield for your pet. Every day, millions of well-meaning owners accidentally introduce silent killers into their living rooms, unaware that the air-purifying foliage they bought at the local garden center is actually a lethal hazard for their curious cats or dogs. That gorgeous plant you just placed in the corner of your living room, it might look like a harmless piece of decor, but it could be a silent threat waiting for a bored puppy or an adventurous kitten to take a single bite. These plants evolve toxins to survive in nature, and now they are sitting at eye level in your home. We're about to expose 8 common houseplants that are secretly toxic to your furry friends, revealing exactly why these botanical beauties are so dangerous. From the common windowsill succulents to the tall, leafy floor plants you see in every interior design magazine, we are breaking down the specific chemicals that make these popular household additions a deadly gamble for your pet. First up on our list of dangerous greenery is the incredibly elegant peace lily, which is a staple in homes because of its white, sail-like flowers. It looks so calm and innocent, but appearances are incredibly deceiving when it comes to this particular species of spathiphyllum, which is hiding a chemical weapon deep within its stems and leaves. It looks serene and peaceful, doesn't it? That soft white blossom creates a sense of tranquility in any room, but you have to look past the aesthetic appeal to understand the biological reality. This plant isn't just sitting there looking pretty, it is chemically defended, and that defense mechanism is designed to stop herbivores from ever taking a second bite. But for cats, even a small nibble can cause severe irritation of the mouth and throat because the plant contains insoluble calcium oxalate crystals. These microscopic needle-like structures shoot into the soft tissues of your pet's mouth the second they bite down, causing immediate, sharp pain that can lead to excessive drooling and a total refusal to eat or drink for several days. Imagine your pet experiencing intense burning sensations and uncontrollable drooling as their throat begins to swell. Not so peaceful now, is it? When the swelling affects the airway, the situation can escalate from a minor annoyance to a life-threatening emergency in less than an hour, leaving you scrambling to get your pet to the nearest emergency veterinary clinic. Next on our list is the trendy snake plant, or Sansevieria, which is widely praised for being low maintenance and nearly impossible to kill. Because it thrives in low light and only needs water once every few weeks, it has become the go-to choice for busy homeowners. But that ease of care comes with a hidden biological cost for any pet that decides to chew on it. But it contains saponins, which are natural detergents that the plant uses to fight off fungi and insects. If your dog or cat decides to investigate the stiff, upright leaves, these compounds can lead to immediate nausea, violent vomiting, and severe diarrhea, often leaving the animal dehydrated and dangerously weak before you even realize they have been snacking on your indoor garden. Not a fun cleanup for you, and certainly not a fun day for your pet. When your animal is suffering from gastrointestinal distress caused by a plant, the cleanup is the least of your worries, because the real concern is how much of the plant they ingested and whether the toxins have already been absorbed into their bloodstream. The stunning sago palm is a popular indoor statement piece because of its prehistoric architectural look that adds a touch of the tropics to any room. It feels like a piece of living history, but that prehistoric lineage includes some of the most potent, primitive toxins found in the plant kingdom, which are absolutely devastating to domestic dogs and cats who don't know any better. But it's one of the most dangerous plants on this list, and veterinarians across the country dread seeing it in the home. Unlike other plants that just cause an upset stomach, the sago palm contains psychocin, a powerful neurotoxin that attacks the body on a cellular level, turning your beautiful houseplant into a genuine threat to your pet's long-term health and survival. Every part is toxic, especially the seeds, which are often the most attractive part for a dog to crunch on. Ingesting even a single seed can cause healthy liver versus damaged liver failure, which is often fatal within days. The damage is irreversible, and by the time you see the symptoms, the toxin has already begun to shut down the animal's internal organs. This is a critical warning for all pet owners who value their animal's life over their interior decor. You need to look at your home through the eyes of your pet, because what looks like a beautiful green tropical oasis to you is a minefield of potential poison to a dog or cat that explores the world through their mouth. Now, let's talk about the aloe vera, which most of us keep in the kitchen for minor burns. Yes, the same plant we use for sunburns is a staple in millions of households. often kept right on the windowsill where a cat can easily reach out and bat at the fleshy, gel-filled leaves during a moment of play. While it's great for our human skin, it's toxic for pets if they eat it because of the anthraquinone glycosides found in the leaf skin. These compounds act as a potent laxative and irritant, causing severe internal distress that can leave your pet feeling miserable and dehydrated, turning your natural remedy into a source of illness for your furry companion. It can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and tremors in more sensitive animals. Keep that soothing gel away from their mouths at all costs. If you see your cat or dog batting at the leaves, remove the plant immediately to a high shelf or a locked room, because the risk of them developing tremors or neurological issues is simply too high to ignore. But the list of beautiful dangers doesn't stop there. In fact, the next plant is so common and so widespread that it's probably in your neighbor's house right now, sitting in a pot and waiting for an unsuspecting puppy to take a curiosity-driven bite out of its broad, variegated leaves during an afternoon of play. The Diefenbachia, or dumb cane, is another beauty with a dark side that most people never suspect. It is a massive leafy plant that grows quickly, making it a favorite for filling empty corners, but its massive surface area also means there is plenty of toxic material available if a pet decides to use it as a chew toy. Chewing on its leaves releases crystals that cause intense oral pain, swelling, and difficulty breathing. It is like biting into a mouthful of glass shards, and the resulting inflammation can be so severe that it prevents your pet from swallowing their own saliva, leading to a terrifying situation where they are drooling excessively and gasping for air while you try to figure out what happened. The name dumb cane comes from the temporary loss of speech it can cause in humans who accidentally ingest it. For pets, it's a real emergency that requires immediate veterinary intervention to manage the airway swelling and prevent the animal from going into shock, which can happen much faster than you might think when a pet is in severe pain. Then there's the classic English ivy, which drapes beautifully over shelves and walls, creating a lush European garden aesthetic. It is a very popular choice for hanging baskets because of its trailing nature, but that trailing vine is exactly what makes it so easy for a cat to snag and pull down when they are feeling particularly playful. But if your pet ingests it, expect vomiting, abdominal pain, and diarrhea. The leaves are more toxic than the berries, surprisingly. Leaf berry, most people assume the berries are the dangerous part, but the leaves contain triterpenoid saponins that are highly irritating, and the plant's structural nature makes it a magnet for cats who love to swat at dangling, swaying objects. Let's move on to the vibrant tulip, a classic sign of spring that brightens up any room during the colder months. Those beautiful spring bulbs are a sign of warmer weather, but they are also a concentrated source of toxins that can turn your kitchen table into a dangerous zone for your dog if they happen to knock a vase over. But the bulbs contain the highest concentration of toxins, specifically tulipolin A and B. If your dog digs one up in the garden or gets hold of a fresh bulb from a bag, it can lead to intense GI upset, drooling, and even heart problems because the toxins can interfere with the animal's regular heart rhythm, leading to a much more complex medical situation. And we're not even at the most surprisingly toxic plant yet. The one coming up is a holiday favorite that many people have no idea is a threat because it is sold in massive quantities every single December, often placed right under the tree or on the mantle, where pets spend the most time during the festive holiday season. Before we reveal it, consider the delicate cyclamen, which is known for its sweet-scented flowers and unique marbled leaves. It is a stunning winter-blooming plant that adds color when everything else is gray, but that beauty hides a chemical composition that is specifically designed to be toxic to anything that tries to consume the plant's storage organs. But the tubers, or roots, are extremely toxic. They can cause intense vomiting, and in large amounts, seizures and even death, potentially fatal. If your dog digs into the pot and chews on the tuber, they are getting the highest dose of the toxin, which can move through their system rapidly and cause neurological damage that is very difficult for even the best doctors to reverse. The final plant on our list, the beloved poinsettia. Wait, a pattern interrupt. Poinsettias are actually only mildly toxic, despite the terrifying stories you might have heard from friends or neighbors. The real holiday culprit we need to talk about is the amaryllis, which is far more dangerous and much more likely to cause a serious medical crisis in your home. The myth about poinsettias is overblown, and while they can cause a mild upset stomach, they aren't the killers people claim. But the amaryllis, especially its large, thick bulb, is seriously dangerous because it contains phenanthridine alkaloids, which are potent enough to cause major systemic issues for any dog or cat that decides to investigate the plant's structure. It can cause severe vomiting, tremors, and a drop in blood pressure. When a pet's blood pressure falls too low, they can experience fainting or lethargy, and the systemic shock can be very difficult to manage if the animal is not brought to the vet for fluid support and medication to stabilize their vital signs as quickly as possible. So, what can you do to protect your home? First, identify your plants. Use an app if you're not sure, or take a photo to a local nursery professional. Knowing the scientific name of your plant is the only way to be certain, because common names can be misleading and some harmless plants look almost identical to their toxic counterparts. If you have a toxic plant, move it to a room your pet can't access, or better yet, rehome it to a friend who doesn't have pets. Creating a safe environment is about removing the temptation, because even the best trained pet can become curious, bored, or simply hungry, and a single moment of bad luck is all it takes for a tragedy to happen. Consider pet-safe alternatives like the spider plant, Boston fern, or calathea. These plants are beautiful, air-purifying, and completely harmless to your animal friends, meaning you can have a lush, green home without the constant fear that your pet might accidentally eat something that could end their life or cost you thousands in emergency vet bills. Your home can be both green and safe. Your pet's life could depend on it, and the peace of mind you get from knowing your living space is truly secure is worth the effort of swapping out a few dangerous species for safer, pet-friendly varieties that look just as good and provide the same aesthetic benefits. Don't wait. Check your plants today. Now take a walk through your house right now. Identify every plant you own, and do a quick search to ensure that your green friends aren't actually hidden enemies, because the sooner you act, the safer your beloved cat or dog will be in the place they call home. You might just save a life. It only takes one afternoon of checking labels and moving pots to prevent a lifetime of regret, and your pet will surely thank you for creating a space where they can explore freely without the risk of being poisoned by the very decor you brought in to make your house look like a home. For a full list of pet-safe plants, check the link in our description. We have compiled a comprehensive guide that will help you select the perfect, non-toxic greenery for every room in your house, so you can enjoy your indoor garden with total confidence and zero anxiety about your curious furry friends.